right here. Only drawbridge on the interstate system. This video is brought to you by Sutco Transportation. Sutco is hiring Class 1 drivers in British Columbia and in Alberta. To apply, go to sutco.ca and use promo code JuanFan to get an extra $100 on your first payday. Good morning. It is 12:43 p.m. So I guess afternoon. Good afternoon. Jess isn't here to correct me, so 25 degrees Celsius. A little warm with no AC in the truck. We are in Portland. We're gonna find I-5 and then just head north until we hit Canada. Got a nice sunny day here so far. Well, it's clouding up, but it has been nice dry day for sure. Load full of jingles. Little curbage there. Need to take the corner an inch wider. For a second I was like, that truck has Oregon plates. We are in Oregon. Oregon, Portland. No kidding, that truck has Oregon plates. That's an old Kenworth. Long red light lets me eat a couple extra cookies. Oh, there we go. We are looking for the 405, Interstate 405. We'll just drive right onto it. This road just kind of blends right into 405. as we cross the double-decker bridge. Crossing the Fremont Bridge. It has a sister bridge further south on I-5. That's a double-decker bridge as well, and that's Markham Bridge. We'll be on Fremont. Double-decker bridge. In fact, I see it ahead of us there. So we'll get out of here before rush hour, but we'll probably hit the rush hour in Seattle, right? At least the end of it. Junction in half a mile. On the bottom deck. It's the 405 coming in from that side. Woo-wee! Here I said we're going to miss the rush hour, but that doesn't mean we're not going to have traffic. Yep, that's why you need to be on a motorcycle. You can quickly move fastest lane. Whichever lane's moving the fastest at the time, just move into that one. Really, Carmen, I hadn't noticed. Garmin just got lost. With the bridge on top of us, it's not a very good signal, so Garmin thinks we're on some side street.
Turn left, northwest of Sherlock Avenue, then take the second left.
Hopefully he'll come back to normal here. There we go. I like this lane because it just merges in. I don't have to do any merging, trying to get in and out of traffic. Just stay in this lane, but I do want to move one over if possible. Historically, that lane is quicker if you're just trying to get through town. It was a small window to go right in front of that Landstar big rig, but I'm like, it's too small of a window. I feel like I'm cutting him off.
You going to the left over there, oversized?
There's an oversized load. We're definitely not an oversized load right now. Very close to our max weight for US, which is still light compared to what we run in Canada. But I run mostly US, so for me, it feels kind of on the heavier side. Traffic's moving pretty good. Other than that one hard break on the right lane, Left lane's moving nicely. After the Interstate Bridge, as you guys have told me, that's what it's called. Everybody just calls it the Interstate Bridge. After the Interstate Bridge, I'll merge back to the right lane. See brake lights up ahead. Interstate Bridge is a mile and a half away, maybe a little more. I've seen a bunch of minis today. I guess instead of punch buggies, they're punch minis. We wouldn't want to punch the mini, would we? We tried playing the punch buggy game, but we decided we had to stop because we were too competitive and it was distracting and dangerous to drive if I was playing a driving game. Should get out of this traffic here soon. It's just a solid white line. Why not cross it? Even have a passenger? Nope, no passenger. But I guess they know the HOV lane ends over here, so they just moved over a little earlier. There's our interstate bridge. believe someone said it's the only drawbridge on an interstate highway. And yes, it's active. It still gets used from time to time. I've never seen it in use, but I'm told it's still in use. Crossing over the Columbia River. Right here, only drawbridge on the interstate system. Welcome to Vancouver, Washington. Don't really see much of the city from I-5. More brake lights. We got a bunch of cops here. 1, 2, 3, 4 cop cars. Car's got lots of stickers on the back. Please pull over, I'll give you another sticker to put on. All members, go check the special member intro video You guys have a new sticker on the way. If you've sent me your mailing address, you've got a new sticker on the way. Okay, I should clarify that. All members paying $4.99 or higher. Anyone that just joins membership for 99 cents, you guys get the bonus videos and you get your name in the credit. Anyone that does the top 2 tiers, you guys get the same thing, but also a sticker. And maybe more than just a sticker. Maybe some other swag. I have limited quantities of a test we did. That's where I'll leave it. All the current members at $4.99 Canadian and higher will for sure get the extra swag. I haven't seen it yet. Just said it arrived this week. Is that a digital LED sign on the back of a big rig? That's a big screen TV on the back of a big rig advertising. What? A driving billboard. We gotta catch up with the big rig. It's a driving billboard. Crazy. That's not distracting at all. How long till that big screen TV gets stolen? I've never seen that before. That's insane. I can't see that being safe for other drivers. It's a distracting sign for sure, having it changed. I wonder if they only ran it during the daytime. At night, it would be very distracting. Help prevent wildfires. Open for business. Over 100,000 drivers see this daily. Oh, advertising that was advertising. Man, I smell hot brakes. I haven't used my brakes, so it's not us. All our temps look good, but I see the dotted line here. I'm like, wait, I think that's on exit only. I should move over. It smells like hot brakes. It could also be transmission, right? That's like kind of the same smell. Like a automatic transmission. I think the two kind of have the same smell. Oh, right there. Smoking. That truck's smoking. Yep, his brakes are smoking. Oh, that is strong. Oh. Must have a brake that locked up on him or something. Rest area up here, 3 miles. I'm gonna pull in there and just check my load, make sure we're all after all that moving, driving through town, nothing loosened up. Nope, that's accidentally. Never mind. That van is burning a lot of oil. It's just black. It's burning coal. I guess they top off the fuel every time they fill their oil. Rest area, 1 mile. I know it's only like 30, 40 miles we drove, but I'm gonna go check it all anyway. Legally, we have to check it before 50 miles, so it's pretty convenient here at the rest area. And there's a scale in 5 miles after the rest area, so
An accident was reported on I-5.
accident in 76 miles from now. I'll be clear by the time we get there. But might as well pull over in the rest area, make sure everything is nice and legal in the back before heading over to the scale. Easy way to prevent tickets. And every now and then you find something, not very often, but every now and then you find something you didn't expect. Parked their RV there, they unhooked their car, and now they're gonna drive their car somewhere and leave their RV in the rest area. That's a little annoying.
An accident was reported on I-5.
Yeah, Garmin, you already said that.
Continue on the road.
I'm not parked in here straight, but I don't care. I'm just checking the load and then going again. Cleared the truck. Let's go. Straps are all nice and tight. No issues there. Peterbilt's letting me in. Thank you, Mr. Peterbilt. Didn't have to do that. Exiting here. Oh no, there's a scale coming up, that's why. We're all slowing down because there's a scale coming up. Which means I have to go back in that lane. Maybe I'll be lucky and get a bypass or the scale's closed. We'll see. Scale is open. Truck bypass way station. Woo! Cruise control on. Love the smell of fresh cut grass. Now, yesterday coming southbound, the scale also said open and then the sign said bypass. And I legally, even though the sign said truck bypass, because the scale is open and I was a wide, oversized load, doesn't matter what kind, oversized load, I legally have to go to the scale if I got the bypass sign or not. And that's down below in the fine print, and I'm like, I missed it. Just read it. like, thank you. Could have gotten myself into trouble. Oversized. Ignore the bypass. Must go into the scale. So, did get an update on the truck and AC. They cannot get it into Kenworth to get the AC fixed on the truck or the bunk fixed, or the bunk AC fixed this weekend. They do have an appointment next weekend to have both fixed. Then they said if you can get it to the other dealership over here Friday, fairly early in the day, they may be able to look at it and see if they can diagnose it so that we can better ensure it'll be fixed next weekend. But I've got this load to deliver in Vernon tomorrow, and then 2 separate locations to pick up a load in Kelowna tomorrow. It'll be late afternoon by the time I can get to the shop, late enough that they're probably closed. So I may have to run another week with no air conditioner. Hey, our grandparents did it without AC and they survived. It's going to be uncomfortable, hot and sweaty, but I'll survive, I'm sure. Keep drinking lots of water. Must be something wrong with this bridge. They don't want us to run on the outside lane, like the far right lane over this bridge with big rigs. Some kind of safety concern that they've realized that right side lane is worn out, or some kind of potential safety hazard if big rigs keep running in that lane. So we've got us running in the center lane. It's been like this for years now. Maybe fixing the issue is too expensive, and running in the center lane resolves the safety concern. Hopefully they know what they're talking about. The bridge isn't just going to disappear into the river one day. Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument. Basically, Mount St. Helens is directly beside us to our right-hand side. Can't see it from here. We have seen it. If you're at the right angle on the right day, you can see it from far away. I think Jess and I saw it when we were southbound on I-5 a couple of weeks ago. Jess was pointing and asked me if that was such and such a mountain. I'm like, no, look at the top of it, the cone of it. I'm like, that's 100% Mount St. Helens. So we do Maybe you have to see it from over I-5 if the weather is right. Jess has never seen Mount St. Helens up close, so one of these years I have to take her there. Looks like the clouds are getting thicker and thicker. Might even run into some rain here soon. Good. This week and next week, let's keep it nice and cool and rainy. I'll gladly tarp outside in the rain if it means driving in cooler weather, because, you know, no AC. Quite uncomfortable right now. As soon as this video ends, I'm opening the windows. And I never listened to the video last week, how the wind noise was on that one, to see if I could run with the windows open and shoot a video. But I've been trying to shoot the videos early in the morning. When it's still cool out. Today it just didn't quite work out. Of course, I decided to pass them. I'm starting to go uphill. Columbia River. I see a big, looks like oil tanker sitting in the river. They bring those huge tankers all the way down here to Portland, and I don't know how far they go up the Columbia River. Probably Portland area, do a lot of fueling of tankers there, and they come all the way up the Columbia River. You see quite often tankers coming down the river. You always think of the tankers to be out on the ocean, but they come quite far upriver. Not sure if I'm actually catching up with the RV anymore. This type of RV is probably too big for something that we want. Or when we buy RV, we want it quite a bit smaller than this. I want something smaller that you don't need a higher class drivers to drive. Probably need class 3 drivers for that. Class 5 drivers. I want something that any normal person could drive. Like my brother said, there's a hot market for RV rentals. If all of a sudden we're not driving the RV, not living in the RV, rent it out to people to use. It's a good market for that. Also, I don't want an RV with the engine in the back. I want the engine on the front. The amount of RVs that burn down driving over the British Columbia mountains is surprisingly high. And with the engine in the back, like the fire that recently burned down the RV going through Manning Park, and even more recently climbing Anarchist out of a Soyuz, you could see that the engine or the rad hose blew up, and you can see this trail of fluid for like 2 miles before the RV blew up and started on fire. If the engine's up front and you lose a rad hose or oil pan or something like that, you'll know. Oh, with the engine way out in the back, just keep driving. Some of you might remember me blowing a rad hose on, was that the International truck going up Mine Hill? That was a good video. Happened to be doing a live stream and I blew up. It wasn't a year later, I actually blew up the engine. I blew up the engine. It was an internal fluid leak. They had to replace the crankshaft and I think 2 pistons. The engine's up front. You know when you move something up and you can just stop. The engine's in the back like this. Just keep driving. Didn't this RV pass us? Sure that right lane ends. Eventually, I see a yellow sign up there. I don't think it ends here yet. Pretty busy highway though. I just look at the time. Apparently I've used up our hour today already. Well shoot, that went quick. At least for me it went quick. Hopefully for you guys as well. I guess I'll let you guys go. As always, thank you guys so much for supporting me. All I can ask is for you guys to watch the video. Hitting that subscriber button is awesome as well. But the most important analytic on the YouTube bot there is watch time. If you guys really want to support me, go to my playlist, Trucking with Ron and Jess, and just hit play on that playlist and let it play there and walk away from the computer or TV and just let it play in the background. Now that would be the best way you guys could support me. And of course there's the join button down below if you guys would want to get the bonus videos on the weekends. And you guys get a name in the credits then too. So take a look at the peoples in the credits. Those are the peoples helping us buy a nice 4K camera. Everything I make off of YouTube goes back into better equipment to make our videos better. Someday I'd like to make enough money to either be able to take time off and do a better job editing or hire an editor. Yeah, you never know. I don't know what our YouTube future has. I definitely plan to have RV videos in the future and take a lot of the cool side roads with RVs that we can't take with a big rig. Of course, being a motorcycle drive and vlogging would be pretty cool too. Anyway, I am out of of here. I'm just blabbing on. Thank you guys for watching. You guys rock.